Welcome back, everybody. We are gonna finish up the fire station today. We're 60% cleaned, which is nice. We've done most of the building. Wrong nozzle. This is going to be fun on a bun. Trying to get this rust off of this metal. Oh, wait, hold up. Okay, yeah. So we'll need to switch over to the and really hammer in there. This might take a minute. Let me just... because I don't know when it'll say good enough and ding. Probably when I get the other side, honestly, because it's not looking too good either. Oof. Oof. You didn't even let me get the whole building done. You just pinged it right away. I'm gonna have to get on top of that, aren't I? Okay, where did I put the ladder? I could bring it up here with me. Yeah. Ooh, it's pretty bad up here too. You know what? I didn't even think about the rooftop on this one. I didn't. So there's one thing only on my mind this morning. We'll talk about it, I guess, since we have time to kill with washing this rooftop. Tyler told me a while back, maybe about a year or so ago, he said, you know, they are, Tyler and his wife are planning a trip. Tyler and good old Tiffany. They're going to Iceland. And I guess some of their friends are going too. And I'm going to go with them. I've never left the country. Not rich. I barely traveled out of the South as it is. And this might be the only opportunity I have in my lifetime to ever travel outside the United States. Iceland's not that far away compared to other places that I'd like to visit that are actually on the other side of the planet. I mean, it's Iceland, one of the most amazing, beautiful places on the earth. On the planet. Um, so I'm going to start saving for that, which means I'm going to be cutting the spending here, and every penny's going to start going into my savings account. And that's fine because honestly, I have bought enough video games over the course of the 9 years of doing the show that the back catalog could probably last 2 or 3 years without running out. And I'm getting past the point of feeling the need to play everything brand new when it comes out. I actually saw an Instagram post that showed up in my feed, in my recommended, last night when I was laying in bed scrolling. And it was a guy showing old video games. I mean, old stuff like Akami and GameCube games and stuff. And he said, just because this stuff is old and retro doesn't mean you can't play it now for the first time. And that really spoke to me. And I thought, you know what? He's absolutely right. The only game in the foreseeable future that I'm really interested in would be Pokemon Gen 10 or Pokopia when that comes out in a few months. But I might actually have to wait. It all depends, honestly. Because this stupid Switch 2 credit card business needs to be handled. So I think it's time we focus 110% on paying that bitch off. So, no more new games. Starting now. Unless something major or spectacular happens, the one exception to the rule would be Jurassic Park Survival. When and if that ever comes out, I will day one the hell out of that. But other than that game, no. Spending is now cut. And we are now entering like bill paying mode where we need to pay off the Switch 2 on that card. The funny thing is I could have paid it off by now, but I just keep using the card. I start making the monthly payments on that card, and then I end up using the card again. It's just perpetual debt. So no more. No more. No. This has been a fun game to play. This has been very fun. It's been chill and relaxing. About like putting on an Animal Crossing stream or something where we just fish, you know. I keep feeling like there's dirt in this corner, even though there's not. It's got to be just the shadows. This is just gross. Like, this is beyond dirt. It's the mayor's cat, isn't it? That's going to be the plot twist to everything that we've done. You know, we're going to find out that the mayor's cat was just doing like Bowser Jr. this whole time, making a mess all over the place. Look at that. All right. Actually, oh, look at that. There's a whole area down here. Hmm. Let's see you had. Doo-doo-doo. Is there anywhere else up here that's hiding from me? Is this little ladder here considered clean? It is. Okay. Let me duck down and double check. I think we nailed it. The initial building may be clean, folks. I think it might just be this back building now. But I don't think it's going to let me use the ladder on. No. Nope, nope. I missed a spot. Right over here. Okay. I'm not seeing anything. Everything looks spiffy and clean. I will say, if I can't use the ladder, how am I supposed to get the tippy top? That is a concern. I have started doing a new thing. I mentioned this in another episode of whatever. I don't know what game I was playing, but it couldn't hurt to mention it in different multiple playthroughs. Something I've been trying to put together for years, like a community gaming night. And I'm still not 100% sold on what night it should be, but we did Friday last week. I think Friday's a good night for it. End of the week, everybody gets together. Oh, I just realized something. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I kept thinking to myself, something's missing. Why does my audio sound weird? Because I can hear every little bird chirp, every car that goes by. I can hear people in the kitchen. Why can I suddenly hear so well? I forgot to turn the fan on. So I'm trying not to just run my fan 24/7 because, like, even when I leave the house just to go to the store, I'll just leave it running. I don't bother turning it off. I'll turn it off if I'm going to be gone for hours and hours, or if I'm leaving for overnight. Then yeah, I'll turn it off. But I've gotten too comfortable just having the fan on around the clock, and I've done that for years and years and years. Um, I'm trying not to do it anymore, but I do run it when I stream. That way, I'm not bothered by every little noise, and people can't really hear my voice as well. In the rest of the house, they don't like the cuss and. But yeah, all people have to do to join in to the gaming session every week is join the Discord, and we'll play different games. We did Mario Kart last week. I don't know what we'll do this week. If I can get enough people, I'd like to do Mario Party and get started on those. Mario Party has been a train wreck on my channel. I played it a few times with friends, but the problem was I was trying to include everybody's voice, and a lot of people were just using shitty microphones or their cell phones or whatever. It didn't work out. Availability was an issue, trying to get everybody to play at the same time. Time zones, work schedules. It's kind of hard. But I figure if I just don't include everybody's voice, but I am ready to move on. I'm ready to get those gameplays done and under my belt and move on. Mario Party is really fun though, but it's not so much fun when you have to play it by yourself. So I want to play it with actual people. Unsubscribed. No, what did I do? I didn't do nothing to you. Did you watch that video? I posted a video. What was the name of it? Optic versus hectic or heptic something. I told everybody to go watch it. Yeah, it's a neat little video. I've only watched halfway myself because I had to start the stream, but it's interesting. to look at why movies don't look or feel the same today as they used to. And I didn't realize just how much, because like we quickly blame the cinematography, like we blame the camera. Oh, it's because it's a digital camera, or oh, it's because so much CGI. But no, like that video said, there are a few modern movies that look really good, and they were filmed completely digital with tons of CGI. It's just, it's interesting. Yeah, I've gotten to where I post a lot of really interesting little things in the Discord. So if you guys aren't following or aren't part of the Discord, you should really join the Discord. Um, I'm gonna try and see if we can't do a little book club too. That's gonna be interesting. I don't know how well that's gonna buff out, but we'll see. Watch it a couple of times, understand all those concepts. Yes, me too. I didn't finish it either. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. Well, sometimes I understand everything, and then a lot of times I don't. So what I'll do, if I'm watching a video or listening to somebody or whatever, and I don't understand every bit, I'll try to piece together as much as I can and move on, because I did have a problem with that when I was younger, where I would watch and rewatch a video sometimes because I was like, I don't fully understand what you're saying, video. And sometimes you just kind of have to go with the parts you do understand. But no, I get it. I do the same thing. I didn't understand everything he was talking about in that video, but I understood enough to get a general gist of what he was saying, you know. Even the entire inside of the building is just disgusting. Oh yeah, since you're coming in just now, I talked about this earlier. Um, I'm gonna start. I still need to pay off the Switch 2 that we put on the card, but I'm gonna be saving up for the big Iceland trip in a few years. Now, I got a couple of years to save the money. I think it's a doable goal as long as I cut back spending. So my number one priority now has shifted since we bought Metroid Prime and we bought Pokemon Legends ZA. And I've bought so many Steam games in the past few years that were on sale. At this point, we're going into savings mode. I'm not going to be buying any new games whatsoever unless an X Factor occurs. And like I said, Jurassic Park Survival is a game that's been in development for a long time now. If that is still just as TBA on their Steam page, there's no release date set yet. If they were to miraculously give us a release date, I'll be all over that. Pokemon Gen 10, I'm going to be all over that. I still really want Pokopia, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not making any promises for Pokopia. We need to pay off the Switch 2 first. I feel like I'm never going to pay it off, because I start making payments on my card and then I start using the card again. But yeah, going back to what we we're talking about, join the Discord, everybody, if you haven't already. I post a lot of fun stuff in there. And we're going to be doing play sessions going forward where everybody plays together. Woo! I'm gonna see if I can't get. I'm gonna get in the Discord later today. I'm gonna see how everybody's feeling. If everybody's down for it, we may try and do some Mario Party tomorrow, because I really want to get started on Mario Party. Mario Party. I don't know how I'm supposed to reach that because it doesn't let you use the ladder. So yeah, all these trips all of a sudden. I took a trip last year and the year before during September, and then I just went up to visit Tyler and celebrate his birthday. Then in March, we're supposed to go down to the beach for a week. All these trips, but hey, it's good. It's really been fantastic for my mental health. I tell you that. I mean, look how much happier I am. I'm up during the day. I'm getting all this work done. My mood is improved. I think that's all I really needed. I just needed to get out a little. Of course, we knew that already. I wonder what they use this little building for. That's true. It is always is necessary to break out of routines. It's necessary to end routines too when they're toxic and harm your life. And that's been me for a while now. Constant terrible routine. Who the hell is? Oh, chat is on screen. I'm just looking at the wrong thing. Okay, my bad. I had to double check. Disconnect for a whole week. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know that I've disconnected from this streaming YouTube stuff for an entire week since I started. I feel like I have. Not often, but I have before. Make a bunch of pre-recorded videos and let them and just put them up as scheduled, you know. I'm sure I've done that. I remember saying that. I remember talking about it. But yeah, it couldn't hurt to do it again. Just the level of filth here is insane to me. Ow. How you guys let this get this dirty? You're firemen. Oh, snap. Look at this entire section down here I missed. Uh, 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 uh. But that's the plan for 2026. Oh, actually, I have 3 trips planned. My bad. We're going to go up to the Chicago Field Museum. It's been on my bucket list. It's something I've always wanted to do. I want to go see Sue the T-Rex and all the fossils and everything. But they're bringing the Pokemon fossil exhibit to the U.S. It's been exclusive to Japan, and I want to see that. I won't see that. But yeah, I've spent enough years in the dark. I've spent enough time in self loathing and hatred mode, just hating humanity and hating everything. And, I've been, the last few years, I've been really thinking about it and thinking, I should probably, you know, look into flipping the script. Maybe happiness is obtainable. Maybe it is worth, putting my best foot forward and really trying again. And that's where I'm at now. I'm trying again. Oops. I think the biggest thing for me and what really helped me was one day, and I don't remember how long ago this has been. I don't remember who posted it. I don't remember where I saw it. Instagram, I think. But I saw a post, and it was one of those no duh posts. Like you already know the information that the post is telling you, but for some reason it never clicked in your brain. And the post read, "No one is coming to save you." And I don't know if that's a reference to a show or a movie or a video game or what. And again, it's a no duh thing. We know this in our brain. Our brain knows this, but for some reason we just never internalized it. And I just had this moment of like, you're right. I could spend the rest of my life staying up all night, sleeping all day, living in a bubble, pretending the world isn't real, pretending the world doesn't exist, waiting on whomever to come along and save me, whether it be family, friend, stranger, whatever. I've just kind of been waiting for somebody to wave a big magical wand and fix everything. Not never gonna happen. That's unrealistic. But but again, it's something it's something you learn as a kid, but for whatever reason, I just didn't internalize it. You're like, help isn't coming. What do I do? Because honestly, like when things got really bad for me and I was at my lowest point or my perceived lowest point at the time, I thought, well, let's go see a doctor. Let's go get some help. And I went to the mental health clinic to get some help, and they put me on medications. And really, honestly, that didn't do anything but like dull my senses. It didn't get to the root of the problem. Um, I could tell that, and I went through like three or four different therapists, and I could tell that they were all ill equipped to help. Not that they were bad at their job, they were ill equipped to help me in particular. And I know that makes me sound like I feel like I'm a special case. I'm not. It's just that they were approaching it from the wrong angle. Something now in hindsight I can see, but I didn't know that back then. Um, but yeah, just being on the medication for the past, I don't know, 8 or 9 years, uh, it helps people. I'm not saying don't go on antidepressants or anything like that, mood stabilizers, anti-anxiety medication. I mean, whatever you got to do, you got to do. Whatever helps you, helps you. And it's different for different people for sure. Um, but for me, it did not get to the root of the issue. All it did was cause me to shut down and honestly just keep my ass sleepy. So many sleepy streams. So many sleepy streams. But no. Something definitely changed recently, and I'm not sure totally what it was. I have an idea of what it was. I think a lot of it might have been my trip. I'll be honest with you. Because like we went down to Florida, what, in 2024, in September of 24. I was like, wow, the world still exists out there. It's not as bad as my brain has been making it, you know. Because we turn on the news and it's just horrible. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to go out into the world. The world is ass. But that was kind of my first aha moment of like, okay, maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. Um, then this past September, when I went up to Tennessee, I was like, I drove up there by myself. You know, I didn't take anybody with me. I didn't need anybody to hold my little hand. I made it up there just fine. I didn't fall asleep or have trouble being too sleepy, and everything really worked out. You know, I put on my big boy britches and I got the job done. And I think that's kind of motivated me in a way to say, you know what? You got to do what you got to do, and you got to have to do it on your own. I know it's scary, but you're 40 goddamn years old. You're not a toddler, Eric. You should have embraced these ideals when you were a child. You shouldn't be in your 40s learning child lessons. That's pathetic. But here we are. I think a lot of it is the fact that I rely heavily on codependency. You know, I always rely on like a leader type position to come along and say, all right, here's your task. Here's what you need to do. And I'm not very independent at all. Left to my own devices, I really don't do anything, which is why I've been making a concerted effort lately to change that, you know, and try my best to be as independent and free thinking as I can, because I have spent a ridiculous number of years just following Twitch and YouTube and whatever else platform. And, you know, I'll find a new streamer and I'll latch onto their personality, their viewpoints and opinions will become my viewpoint and opinions. And then before you know it, I've completely disappeared as a person. Because I've kind of woke up and looked in the mirror and I don't even honestly recognize myself anymore. I've become a hodgepodge of different streamers and internet personalities. And it's like, who am I, really? Maybe I'm still me in there somewhere. I don't know. All I know is I'm making some big changes. Life's improving. I will say a lot of it is not just the codependency thing, but a lot of it too, again, was just good old fashioned depression. If you don't have the will to make changes in your life, if you don't have the willpower to, I won't even say willpower, if you just don't have the will to say, well, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and I need to, I need changes to be made. That I blame the depression for, because it sucks the life out of you. You know, it can really stop you from having any motivation to do anything whatsoever. And there's no magical cure all. You can see a therapist from now until the day you die. You can take medication from now until the day you die. For some people, depression is just a lifelong battle. And it's about learning coping mechanisms and tips and tricks and learning how to get around it or to just get through it from time to time. And that's kind of where I find myself these days is the culmination of all of the little tips and tricks that I've learned over the years are now kind of all working in tandem. And it's allowing me the freedom to get my life back and not just lay around in the bed mopey all the time. Not even mopey, just devoid of feelings, devoid of emotion. Up and down and up and down and down and up and up and down. You know what's going to be the biggest pain in the ass of this episode or this stage? These stairs. It's going to be these stairs because they have rust on them. It's going to require us to do the that one nozzle in particular. Ooh. I just realized I probably should have been using the orange this whole like this tool the whole time. Yeah, because these walls haven't been pinging, have they? We'll just have to perfect it as we go. You'll have the entire out time. I know. I know. I know. It's a big job. I think we're almost to the top of this building, though. But you are correct, sir. We must go outside and do the outside part. Honestly, I don't know how the game's going to make me... Yeah. Yeah. Oh, boy. That's still so much. That's still so much. Less top, more productivity. Yes, boss. Do. You know, it would be better if I did the sweeping nozzle. Whee! Oh yeah, that was a smart move. Switching nozzles. Look at that. Bing. You're right. The bricks are far easier to clean than the carpets. The carpets just don't want to come clean. I guess it's because it's like, oh, it's down in the fibers. It's hard to get that out of there. We're still here doing this. Part of me feels like it might actually be easier just to tear this building down and rebuild it and just wash every little nook and cranny. I know that's not true, but it's funny. What? How did I miss that much? Bull. Where? Where? Yeah, I got most of it. This reminds me of the lighthouse that we built in Minecraft. I gotta get back on Minecraft and start building more stuff. No, that's going pretty quick. Uh-oh. They're getting stuttery and glitchy on me. Look at that now. You know what I need to do? I'm gonna have to actually get up on top of that. If I can. Oh, sorry, I can. I just need to be careful. Interesting. Careful. Careful. Hey, the soccer ball. Wow, even for a beard, the powerful nozzle doesn't reach. Oh, we hit 90%. Oh, close. So close. So close. We've hit the 90% mark. Do 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 do. I do 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 do. That's some pretty bad corrosion. Stretch. Not gloop gloop. Yeah, I'm secretly drinking the sludge and not the Dr. Pepper. Mm. Ah. Ping. That ain't coming off from this distance. I might have to get in there. I'm gonna have to get down in there. Down under the. Ooh. See that dirt hiding out underneath the eave of the thing? Yeah, I might duck down. Oh, I can dug down lower. I was not as low as I could go. Whoops. Did that cover all the rails, though? Now, my next big question is the obvious question, and that is, how do I cover the outside of the building? Because even with this ledge here, I can't get all of it. You know? Mm. Well, let's go back in and see if there's anything in here. Did we get the entirety of the inside at least? It kind of looks like it. I'm thinking yes. I'm thinking no. Okay, hang on. Oh, I have found where we missed some spots. Hey, we got pretty far down the stairs before I found some dirt. Now, how? Oh, whoa. Okay. Does that cover the I think that covers the entirety of the stairwell. Most of the building looks good. Yeah, how do I do this? Because it's not going to let me use the ladder. Odd. Hmm. Even if I bring it up here, there's not really anything I can do. Need the Spider-Man skin. I do. Need to be able to scale the wall. Huh. Okay. I go out the window. No. God damn it. Why won't you let me use my ladder? How am I supposed to do this without the ladder? I know you don't expect, because this still don't reach the whole way up. No nozzles let me reach that far up. Tell you what I might have to do. Not clothing. Can I do any shopping from here? I can. Or washers. Heavy duty. Professional duty. Ooh, I don't have enough money for that. Um, Modifications. Oh, damn. I didn't even know this tab was here. Equipment. Here we go. Right purposes. Oh, see, that only connects up to the Pro, Vista Pro. Can't use that. Interesting dilemma I find myself in here. It's going to have to be an equipment thing, right? It says I own all the good stuff. Huh. Urban Expert. I own it and all of its attachments now. Neat. I'm not too concerned about the. These are just skins though, right? Yeah, these are just quick cleaner. Prime Vista 3000. Okay. Ooh. Kinda. Oh, Lord. I didn't have to use the red. And I think we're going to be here for hours. Shut me up, didn't it? It's just not very efficient doing things this way. Let me, oof. This is a trip. Trying to get this. Okay. Well, too close. Back up just a smidge. I think this is about as far as I can reach from the ground. Reasonably, anyway. Okay. Backside. Yeah. Okay. I mean, this thing is here. But I can't reach the building from here. Yeah, this doesn't reach. I see. Doesn't reach. Can we use the helicopter? No, no helicopter. Emberwood. Ember Woods. Hmm. Well, sure, I don't know what you want me to do. I can't get the rest of this building because I don't have a Wii. Can I use the fire truck? What if I use my van? Why is there no other traffic? Like, I've not seen another human being this entire time. Can I use the fire truck? I legit don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Because even if I do it from the ground, the thing just doesn't reach all the way up. So I'm gonna have to figure out. And I bought all the equipment I can buy. What do you guys think? 90%, 90, yeah, 92%, 93 now. Like, what do I do? Like, I'm genuinely stumped. Like, this isn't my, where's that one little fragment? No, this is like, how do I, this way maybe? No, that doesn't really work either. I can't. I mean, I can get this. Can do it that way, but that doesn't help me on the front and back of the building, you know, because I can't. I can't reach. Really. Did you figure it out? I mean, I can hover like this, I suppose, and like a gargoyle to get it done. Yeesh. I can move the scaffold. You gotta be kidding me. Wait, I can move this? What? What? I can rotate it with the mouse? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I wish we had. Oh my God. And we did. I feel so. I've never felt so dumb in my life. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. God, I'm dumb. This might be the most embarrassing thing ever. And I bet you the little thing even popped up that said F to move, and I just didn't look at it. I quit. Sometimes I wonder how I even breathe. Remember when we did the old lady in the shoe and we had the scaffolding and I was like just jumping from it like a buffoon? You know what? That's fair. Deduct it from my salary. As a matter of fact, I don't even get a salary now. Uh, when I think I can't top myself and do anything more embarrassing than what I've done, I find a way to do something more embarrassing. Now, how'd they get graffiti up here? They moved the scaffolding. Scaffolding. I just want to hide in a corner. Don't look at me. I have never felt more stupid in my life. I've never felt more stupid in my life. God damn, my character keeps getting stuck. I can't get over it. Like, I'm still in shock. No. No. I am so uncoordinated with mouse and keyboard. And my guy keeps getting fucking stuck. God damn it. What are you getting stuck on? Jeebus. Oh my God. All that just for that. How am I picking this up by myself? Has to weigh a ton. I didn't even question why the scaffolding was like sitting over in a corner out of reach. I thought it was just set dressing. Being very generous of what counts as completion here. I'm not going to complain after that. Drill tower. Okay, so this is kind of where they practice. Drill tower walls, fire exit wall, drill tower ledges. Okay. Flat. Oh god, I missed a whole bunch. Okay. Get off the goddamn wall. Okay. Alrighty. Now it says drill tower walls, fire exit, wall base. Fire exit. Okay. Looking around. Fire exits. That's going to be on the main building, I can guarantee you. Did I even? Oh, crap. You're right. Well, how does that keep happening? I don't hit Z. God damn. I'm about to disable that shit. Now, what is a fire exit? I'm thinking this base, maybe. Hello. 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 This out of the way. It's telling me drill tower walls. Okay. I see a spot. We missed. My voice is trying to give out. It's trying to die on me. No, you don't, bitch. Not today. Oh, I can't get around that way. All right, hang on. Hang on 1 minute. Maybe when I get up to the top and knock this out, that'll be it for this place. Hope they give us another vehicle to do in between missions. Why do I keep calling them missions? Jobs. I have video game brain, man. Oh, wow. Yeah, I missed a bunch up here. Okay. Um, Fire exit wall bases. You gotta tell me what the hell a fire exit wall is. Fire truck exit, fire building exit, fire training building exit. Like I don't know what you mean. Fuck is a fire exit wall? Yeah, what is a fire what is a fire exit wall? Maybe it's something on the roof. Whoops. You know, I finally deduced why I have such trouble with keyboard and mouse. It's because I've spent decades playing with thumbs. So switching to fingers is my brain is like, nah, man, nah. Is this the fire exit? Oh, yep. Oh, that'll do it. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. That's on me, though. I should have known that I was missing that little spot back there. All right, to the van. Let's get the hell out of here, because I'll be honest with you, I got the creep going on. I've not seen another car. I've not seen another human being. I don't know what's happening. I don't like it here. Job's done. I'm getting the hell out of here. Look at me go. What a hell of a job. Thank you. I got to say, it's been a lot of talk in the community about the quality of the work. And from one person who loves standing around spraying water at stuff to another, you have our respect as well as some of our taxes. Ooh, fire truck. Clean Grandpa Miller's car. We'll do the fire truck since we come back in next time. We'll do the fire truck. Yeah.